Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Esther Sunday Osuji and it's absolutely amazing to have you here. If today is your first time on my channel, welcome to the crew. And if you are a returning subscriber, oh my god, you know I've got so much love for you. I love you all, new and returning subscribers. I love you a lot. But thank you for coming. Thank you for joining the team. Okay, in today's video I'm going to be talking about how conflict helps your relationship. Ta-da! I know you're like, what? Wait, what? Conflict helps my relationship? How? But before I go into that, I want you to know this: happy relationships are not ones without conflicts. They are not ones without disagreements. So don't think because you have conflicts in your relationship, then there's a problem. In fact, if you don't have conflicts in your relationship, you need to just go and buy a microscope and watch your partner, cause they are probably pretending or hiding something. Because how can you bring your whole self to the table and your partner brings their whole self and you don't have issues? No disagreements? Okay, breaking news. Conflict helps your relationship. And I'll tell you how. I know that is everyone's goal, to have peaceful relationships, like everything is going on smoothly, no problems with your partner, just come back to real life, because that happens. Not even in movies. That doesn't even happen in movies. It's reality, darling. Wake up. Conflicts will happen, but it's also good for your relationship. And I'll tell you why conflicts happen in relationship before I tell you how it helps or benefits your relationship. Why conflicts happen in relationships is because obviously you're two different individuals who have got different exposures. You've grown up in different environments. You've been brought up by different parents as well. So your upbringing, your education, everything is probably like different, and you have come together to share your lives, together forever. There will be conflict because then you see things from different perspectives, you understand things differently, there are things that you just feel like, okay, and your partner doesn't seem, to feel that way. And this will usually cause conflicts from time to time. But I want you to know something, that there is no problem at all. Now, there are two types of conflicts. You have healthy conflicts and unhealthy conflicts. What I am talking about in this video is healthy conflicts. Please, if you find yourself in a relationship where the conflict is unhealthy, you need not to be there. And I'm going to tell you the difference between the two. Healthy conflicts is when you have disagreements with your partner, which helps you to better understand them and to grow in your relationship. It's not verbal abuse, it's not domestic violence, it doesn't involve any kind of abuse at all. Emotionally, verbally, domestically, it doesn't involve any kind of abuse. It's just differences in your perspective and in how you interpret things. That's the kind of disagreement that I'm talking about. That's the kind of conflict that I'm talking about. Unhealthy conflict, in the other hand, is one that involves like struggles, and where obviously it looks like a competition between you and your partner. That's not the kind of conflict that I'm talking about. It's not one where the other person is trying to emerge a winner. You and your partner are a team. You are not fighting against each other. Okay? So when I talk about how conflict benefits your relationship, I'm not talking about where you're fighting your partner. I'm talking about the kind of disagreements that you have, which does not involve verbal, emotional, or domestic abuse or any kind of abuse at all. Okay? All right. I hope that is clear enough. All right. So I'll tell you how conflicts benefit your relationship. Number one, it aids better understanding of your partner. When you have conflicts with your partner constructively, you gain better understanding of who they are, and you can arrive at a solution that works for you both. Okay, it aids better understanding of your partner, because when you then have that disagreement, obviously not agreeing on something has caused that disagreement, or there's an expectation that has not been met which has led to that disagreement. It then gives you a better understanding of who your partner is or what their expectations are. That way you know that next time, oh, this is what my partner thinks, this is what led to the disagreement we had the last time, and so if I do not want this to happen again, this is what I need to do. All right, so it has given you a better understanding of who your partner is, and now you know the kind of adjustments that you need to make to ensure that kind of conflict does not happen. And imagine if you are able to do that, it means that you won't get into another conflict or with your partner regarding that same issue. That's growth. That's understanding. That's one level up, in building a better relationship with your partner. And that's what conflict has helped you to do. Number two, it leads to a paradigm shift, both from your end and from your partner's end, because then you now see the world through their own view. Because sometimes you kind of ask your partner about something and they're like, hey, what do you think about? And they come at you with a response that you never, ever, ever, ever thought that they were going to come with. And you're just like, no, I can't believe it. All right. What that has done, and sometimes you might not even agree with them, but what you would have discovered at the end of the day is that your partner sees the world differently from how you see it. And that will give you more room to have an understanding about the things that your partner sees differently or what they feel differently, and you know what to do, for a compromise to occur. Okay? Another thing that conflict helps you to do is that it helps you to build healthy boundaries. So if you tell your partner, for example, if something happens and you tell your partner and say, well, I didn't like, what you did with respect to XYZ, it kind of made me feel this way. Your partner has taken that feedback and they know that, that's not, you're maybe touchy about something, or this kind of thing irritates you, or these are things that, you don't feel comfortable about, and then they can make adjustments and not do those things. Okay? So it helps you to create healthy boundaries in your relationship. That's what conflict does for you. Also, it helps you uncover the root cause of things. You will be surprised at, some kind of conversations you probably have with your partner, or some kind of things you probably say, and they just get angry or they react in a particular way. And when you dig deeper, you will find out that you are not exactly the cause of those things, looking at it as, from the surface. You will then find out there are deeply rooted issues in probably, say, childhood trauma or experiences that they've gone through in the past, or something that has happened to them even before you met. Those things could be there and you wouldn't know until something happened, and then you just touch on it and they just like, bam, go off. And then you then you're just like, what? I didn't even mean it that way, or I didn't even intend to. Is everything okay? And then when you speak to them and they open up to you, you kind of see that maybe, experiences that they've had in the past have led to them reacting in that way. And it has done two things for you. One is uncover the root cause of a particular issue. And two, you have a new understanding of something you probably didn't even know about before. And that's how healthy conflict helps your relationship. Now, while it helps your relationship, you also need to know that there are things you need to do, to deal with conflict. Okay, it's not just okay to have the conflicts and then to leave them at that. There are certain things to do to deal with conflicts in your relationships, so that going forward you're going to have like smoother relationship with your partner. Number one, talk only when you feel comfortable. Don't talk when you're angry, when you're rash, and don't talk about it when you don't feel comfortable talking about it. Okay? Take some time, if you need to even, take a walk sometimes and just go somewhere, just get fresh air, and then calm down, so that when you are putting it to your partner, you are saying it in a very good way. You're putting it in the right way. You're not, causing the situation to escalate, but you are saying it in a way where, they are happy to even listen to you. Okay, so say it when you're calm and only when you feel comfortable. Also, be reasonable about it. Don't go on shouting or trying to make your point. Be calm and speak to them calmly. Number two, own up when you mess up. Don't try to always be defensive. If you really have messed up, say to your partner, look, I'm sorry, I know I fumbled, like I kind of messed up and I'm sorry about it. Like, own up to it. There's nothing sweeter than that when you come to your partner and you're like, look, I know I shouldn't have said this or I shouldn't have done that and I'm sorry about it. That's like, they will really love you, because if you can own up, they're just like, oh, that's so lovely. Like, sometimes they will just forgive you. Like, if you're like, oh, that's so sweet. If you could own up to it, it would be lovely. And except, I don't want to say that, except if their conscience is seared with hot iron, that is when they will not forgive you. But if you come to them and own up, if you come to them and say, look, I've messed up and I know it and I'm sorry, they will forgive you. And that's just so sweet that you're able to take responsibility for your actions when you mess up. Number three, be a good listener and always turn towards your partner. When they're talking to you, don't be shouting the house down. Don't try to bring down the whole environment with your anger. You need to be able to control yourself. You need to be a good listener as well. Sometimes it is when these conflicts happen and your partner speaks, if you actually listen through the words that they say, you will understand how deeply rooted certain things are for them, or how seriously they take certain things. And you need to make note of those things so that you avoid recurrence of such kind of issues in the future. Finally, civility and responsibility is always important when dealing with conflict. And civility is this: you have to be respectful to your partner. Even if you don't agree, even if you're angry with them, you need to be respectful. Don't shout. Don't try to be really, really annoying. Okay? Civility demands that you are respectful to your partner, even though you're having a conflict or even though you have problems. Number two is responsibility. I mentioned civility and responsibility. If it's your turn to take out the garbage, take out the garbage. Don't say, because I'm angry, I won't take out the trash. The trash is going to be there in the house smelling anyways. You annoyed me. If it's your duty to cook, make the meal, cook the food and bring it out as a good person that you are. That's responsibility. If it's your duty to clean the house, go ahead and clean the house, and don't say, oh, okay, because we have a conflict now, I'm not going to clean the house, I'm not going to cook, I'm not going to take out the trash, I want, ensure that the doors are locked before we go to bed. No. Everyone needs to do what they need to do and what they always do. Whatever your part of the responsibility is to keep the house running smoothly, you need to continue doing that. That's civility and responsibility. Okay? Anyways, that's where I'm going to park it today. I hope you have learned, how conflict is beneficial to your relationship, and so don't avoid it, because it helps you understand your partner better and it helps you to grow in your relationship. Remember, healthy conflicts, not unhealthy ones. I am not in support of any relationship where the partner is either emotionally, verbally, or in any way abusing their partner. You shouldn't be in that kind of relationship, because you deserve someone who loves you and who treats you right. Okay? All right, I'll see you in the next video, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that when I release new hot videos, it's coming straight to your inbox. You get an alert saying Esther has released the video. Go and check. Okay, I love to sing. But anyways, please do not also forget to follow me on all social media platforms. You will see my social media platforms in the description box below. Please do follow me, and do not forget, I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have about relationships and or whatnot. Please shoot me a DM asking me questions about relationships, marriage, love, career. I will be more than happy, to answer all of those. Thank you so much for coming today. I really, really appreciate you, and I'm glad that you have watched this video. Thank you so much, and have an amazing week. Bye.